Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, thank you all for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Srimad Devidasi from Charlotte. In beautiful background, Mataji, is that from Vrindavan?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Kalyaghat.
Yes.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Shamakari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, all glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. Yashamati from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all the devotees assembled on the call. This is Sanatana from Charja. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nitaramya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances and all of the devotees here as well. This is Eka Radhika Lila Devidasi. All glories to Guru Maharajas and Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Ekaradhika Leela Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karuna Devidasi from me.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Is there any
Hare
other
Krishna
devotees?
Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Someone introducing themselves. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Just Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. All glories to Radha Mara. Please accept my humble obeisances to you and respectful Zoom devotees. I am Charana Lakshmi from Malaysia. Thank you very much and Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Charana Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, shall we go ahead with recording? Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji on the call to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, Chapter 16, Slokas from 15 to 19. Before handing over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to ask Anita Mataji to give a brief introduction to Prabhuji. Mataji, please take over. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So this is introduction about His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji. His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji is a brahmachari from ISKCON, Pune. He is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and has been practicing Krishna consciousness for more than 12 years. Prabhuji has studied BTech from NIT Trichy. Prabhuji has worked as a senior manager in Tata Motors, Pune. His current services include area management and project development head at areas around Pune. He is a counselor, youth and corporate preacher, congregation preacher, secretary at Voice Tech Organization, and he is also a remote mentor for NBCC Pune Temple. Prabhuji knows many languages such as English, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali, Marathi, Telugu, and Japanese. His degrees include Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, IDC, that is ISKCON Disciple Course, and Teachers Training Courses. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Over to you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the introduction. Yeah, I don't think Prabhuji has joined the call yet. Yeah. If anyone devotees want to introduce themselves, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna is Rinki from UK, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Rinki Mataji.
Rinki. Hare Krishna, Rinki Mataji. Dandavad Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, this is Vishwanath Das from Dayton, Ohio. Thank you for having me on this call.
Hare Krishna, Vishwanath Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Mataji, shall we do chanting? By the time Prabhuji joins. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Sanatana
Prabhuji has
joined?
joined.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Prabhuji joined. Yeah, he's saying 2 minutes. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Prabhuji is coming, huh?
Yeah, Mataji, he messaged in the chat. He's already there. He's taking 2 minutes to join with audio. Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Ram
Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
please
Dandavat
accept humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very
Prabhu.
much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Please take over the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Let's start. Let's start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Utah Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhovya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Very grateful to all devotees for coming, and I really beg forgiveness. I wasn't aware my class is there today. I thought it was Thursday. The message passed on to me was Thursday. We are very sorry for the lack of coordination. However, I'm being given a chance on this wonderful day of Ekadashi. I'm getting a chance to serve all of you. It's my good fortune. So requesting devotees to please turn on videos because I really need it today. It's my humble request. I really need all of your blessings, without which I will not exactly be able to serve properly. Thank you. Thanks to the Vaishnavas who are considering this humble request. Okay, so I'm just checking. We are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 16. The shlokas allotted to me are 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yes.
Am I right? 15 to 19?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. So that was correct, but the day was tomorrow. Hare Krishna. So we'll directly go to the shloka and then we'll have a context. We'll just discuss the context, what happened exactly. Sa ittam pratibuddhatma chitraketurvijoktibihi gridha grihandakupan nishkrantah sarah pankadivadvipaha. Somebody help me out with the translation, please.
Thus enlightened by the instructions of Brahmanas, Angira and Narada, King Chitraketu become fully aware of spiritual knowledge. As an elephant becomes free from a muddy reservoir of water, King Chitraketu came out of the dark well of family life.
Okay. So I just give a quick recap. What is happening in the 16th chapter? The title actually is King Chitraketu meets the Supreme Lord. That's the title, which is yet to happen. He has not yet met the Supreme Lord because meeting Supreme Lord is not possible without the blessings of great souls, without the blessings of the spiritual master. Without one being completely enlightened, it is not possible to meet the Supreme Lord. So he is not yet met. Now he is getting. So this chapter, the beginning verses was very special because it was Jiva. It says Jiva Uvacha, the living entity who was occupying the body of Chitraketu Putra, that is Harsha Shok, right? Harsha Shok. There's a devotee from Nigeria, he's the vice president of Nigeria. His name is Chitraketu Putra Das. Oh. So I was wondering why he has been named like that, Chitraketu Putra Das. Because, that Jivatma was very intelligent soul. If you see, he has great realization, right? So by the mercy of Narada and Angira, the Jivatma wakes up and he thoroughly enlightens Chitraketu and everybody, all his wives and everyone gets enlightened. And we also are reading that, we also get enlightened. So that is the Jivatma speaking. And then finally now the funeral rites, yes, they are performed. Correct? They all give up the attachment to the child and everything. Kritadyuti's co-wives, they feel very ashamed, right? And now here, what post this funeral rites and all these formalities, this 15th shloka is explaining to all of us what exactly is happening to Chitraketu. After that enlightenment that he got, what was the resultant? So one thing that we observe from here is that he had decided to quit his the family life. Griha andakupan nishkrantah sarah pankadivadvipah. Oh. So now here, why every time now I would like to ask all of you, like you're all grihastas, many of you. I don't see any brahmacharis here. All of you are grihastas. So whenever you hear this statement, this grihastha ashram, sometimes it is called as, it's a deep, dark well. Griha andakupam. Andakupam means dark well of existence. And now here it is called as dirt. Yeah, it's dirt, just like an elephant. He gets into punk. Punk means dirt. Muddy dirt is called punk. And pankaja, ja means janmulena, to take birth. So pankaja is the lotus that grows in the dirt. Although the lotus grows in the dirt, it's not like the dirt. It's completely different. And that's what Krishna advises us also. Padma patma patra ivambasaha. Be like that lotus in this material world. Don't be of this world. Don't be in this world. Be in this world, but don't become of this world. That's what even Jesus told. Okay. So Pankadivat Dvipa, just like an elephant becomes muddy in the reservoir of water, similarly, elephant coming out. So Chitraketu is that elephant who is coming out of this dark well. So whenever you hear such things like dark well and the dirt of Grahastha life, what do you all feel? I wanted to hear from all of you. What exactly is your understanding? I don't have experience.
Prabhuji,
That's why I'm
being a
asking.
woman, we should always be in a shelter of someone. So I am safe. I'm feeling that I'm in shelter of my husband. So I don't feel of being in family life is something going to be hindrance for my spiritual life. But reading of Srila Prabhupada books is like always, wherever, whichever ashram we are there, we should always serve devotees. So that understanding is
Wonderful.
there.
Very nice. Amazing. Yes, so I am following Prabhupada's instruction. I am following scriptural instruction that being a Mataji, a woman, I need to be always sheltered. So initially sheltered by father, sheltered by husband, and sheltered by children. So this is the three phases a woman undergoes. So I am perfectly in the Varnashram system. Very nice. Anybody else has some understanding? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Prabhuji, I
Krishna.
feel that means like it was a God's will to create this universe and to create the living being. So we means I feel that I'm fulfilling Krishna's desire to create more people, means like by reproducing, and then they will carry the genre of the Krishna. So that
Yes.
way I feel that I'm serving Krishna.
Amazing, amazing. So she's quoting this particular shloka. Balam balavadam chagam kamaraga vivarjitam dharmad aviruddho bhuteshu kamosmi varadarshava. So Lord Krishna has given a facility to the grahasthas to perform a sacrifice by which we can generate a Krishna conscious population. So is available and indirectly telling us also that Prabhus, you brahmacharis, sadhus, you're also product of grahasthashram only. Yes, if there was no grahasthashram, how would you have taken birth? Huh? Is there any possibility you would have been here? No. Result, my parents have performed a great sacrifice, as a result of which I got a human body and I got a facility to practice Krishna consciousness. Of course. Very nice. So when we hear, but somehow I'm not getting this griha anda kupam or this side nobody's touching. How do you feel when we hear these statements? It's a dark well, it's a mud, it's a filth, it's a dirt, and all that. We hear like that. What else? Anybody else has a good understanding?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my
Yes.
understanding, like in Grihastha, we have this family responsibilities, right? So we have to serve children, serve husband, then work is there, like materially, we have to do all the works also. So that's why sometimes we feel that this is the burden. We are inside this, we have to respond to everyone, otherwise, and also the relatives also. So everyone is there. So we have to respond to everyone. Otherwise, we will be misunderstood by everyone. So like that.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. So it's burdensome, but yet it is responsibility, so it has to be done. But it's very burdensome. Okay, but it has to be. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam. See, for Grihasthas, so many distractions are there. Cannot stay in the same path, like bhakti, and also so many responsibility. That one thing, and they have so much attachment to that. To children and to even the small things, so they are attached to that, and that's why it is called antakupa, because it's very difficult, Prabhu, to get out of these attachments. As and brahmacharis, it's very easy. They are in, it's like living in a hostel and living in a home, right? For study, if you want to study, if you are in a hostel, it's all study environment, and you will study more. So same way, living in a temple is like, the environment is like that. Everybody will be focused on Krishna. But Grihastha, so much distraction, Prabhu, and so many different things will come out. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much. We couldn't hear any realizations from Prabhuji. I'll take. Valli don't worry. Next time. There are so many opportunities. Interactive seminar only. It's going to be. Okay. So, irrespective whether it is Brahmacharya ashram or Grihastha ashram, it is meant for purification. That's the goal. So both ashram is for taking spiritual shelter and purification. Purifying what? Purifying the enjoying mentality. Yes. So what a brahmachari does is brahmachari hears that please don't get into this particular entanglement. Don't get into this enjoy. Majorly enjoyment is this world is called mithunagar, the enjoyment of sex life. Bhoga Aishwarya. Bhoga is sex life, Aishwarya is opulent life. Ultimately, opulent life is to facilitate the sex life. So this is what is the samsara. This material world is called mithunagar. So brahmachari is the one who hears and realizes this is misery. That's all. On the other hand, a grihastha ashram is a bona fide ashram mentioned in Shastras to hear, experience, and realize. Yes. It is not through unrestricted enjoyment. So somebody is into unrestricted enjoyment, such a person is called grihamedi. Yes, such a person is called grihamedi. On the other hand, grihastha is one who takes the limited experience, hears the Shastras, and realizes this material world is not a good place. The material enjoyment is insignificant. Evam dranam shulla sukhaya dukkham mahad gatanam viramaya tasya. Yes, you have enjoyment in this world, but even a small enjoyment comes with a big price. You have to pay a very big price. So one understands this. Okay. Somebody can hear and understand, person can be brahmachari. Like there was one Brahmatirtha Prabhu. He was interacting with Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada told, one should have a sexual relationship only with one's wife. And he was telling that should be done only for the purpose of procreation, not recreation. Achha. And he was like, he asked a question that, Srila Prabhupada, I have a question. So in my life, I would like to have 2 children. Okay. Then, so that means I get to indulge in this activity only 2 times? Prabhupada said, that's correct. Really? Then why should I go through all the trouble? Prabhupada said, you're intelligent. Prabhupada said that. Then you're very intelligent. Very good. So Prabhupada said it that way. Okay, fine. No problem. Right? And on the other hand, you want experience? Okay. So whenever Prabhupada would say, he would always say this fact that, okay, if you best is if you can avoid this trouble altogether. No problem. Be a brahmachari. But otherwise, no problem. Get married and lead a life, principled life, as per the Shastras, and go on. So once what had happened was there was a very, in the sense, a senior brahmachari had changed his ashram. A senior brahmachari changed ashram. He became grihastha. And the congregation community was very disturbed, especially in India. The moment one takes on the saffron attire, saffron color, one is seen, although we are a brahmachari, I'm a young brahmachari, but one is seen as a sannyasi. And a person like graduate, although it is spoken that a brahmachari getting married is a graduation, but sometimes we see that, what is this? The person has become sannyasi. A sannyasi has become grihastha. What is this? So people are not able to digest. So my spiritual master called for all the grihasthas and he asked a question. How many of you would have loved to have come to Krishna consciousness in your youth and take training in brahmachari ashram? How many of you would have loved to do that? Have that experience? 100% all grihasthas raised hand, including Matajis. Everybody raised their hand and said, yes, we would have loved to be trained in brahmachari ashram. And then the second question was asked, how many of you still would have chosen to be grihasthas? And 80% of them raised hands and said, yes, that's our need. And that's what has happened to this brahmachari. Correct? He has taken good training and now is graduating to the other ashram. But whatever it is, no matter what, a person is fighting Maya in the brahmachari ashram, a person will continue the war against Maya in the grihastha ashram. It doesn't make. So as long and until the war against the material nature is on, you are in the proper ashram. But it is very important that one takes this war very seriously. Because the moment we have taken our hands, yes, we all have taken our hand and put our hand inside a bead bag. Very good, you are trapped now. It's over. It's all over. We have openly declared a war against the material nature. It's over. It's finished. Whether you're grihastha or brahmachari, we have declared a war. So we have to fight. When is the grihastha ashram, the person who is a grihamedi, when is that person condemned? He's condemned, number one, if Krishna is not the center of one's life, one is simply enjoying bhoga and aishwarya. Such a grihamedi is condemned. Number two, even a person who has lived the grihastha life, he's having older children, and he has not handed over the responsibilities to the next generation and dedicated exclusive responsibility to spiritual life, such a person is also condemned. So grihastha ashram is glorified till the time for a particular period of time, 25 years. From 25 to 50, 26 to 50, a person is in this particular ashram and he's taking shelter of this ashram, growing in spiritual life very nicely along with material responsibility. Such a person is glorified. Very good. It's called a grihastha, brahad vrata, graha vrata, or sometimes even a grihastha brahmachari if one is following the rules and regulation properly. But if one is continuing this lifestyle even after such a certain age, after attaining a particular age, still one is too much indulged in household responsibility and not, spiritual life is taking back seat, then for such a person, the grihastha life is also condemned. Because a person should not get attached to home, should be attached to Krishna. So that is why it is said first 20, I'll put it on this time. It's going on record. I'll even put it here. So from the age of 0 to 25, one should learn and grow. From 26 to 50, one should, yes. So this is the age for earning. Yes, this is the age for earning. So then from 51 to 75, this is the age where we detach from matter and attach to Krishna. So this thing should start happening. Yeah. One and expand, we can call it. Expanding. And grow, expand both. We can expand material life as long and until one is expanding Krishna consciousness. And by 76 to 100 is prepare and leave. So we are preparing to leave this world, quit this world. That's a preparation. So these are the 4 phases. So one is surviving in the grihastha ashram beyond the particular age is condemned. Like Dhritarashtra in the first canto, you see, is condemned. Pandavas are glorified. Why? Because Pandavas retire timely. On the other hand, Dhritarashtra did not retire timely. So he is condemned. Vidura is sent there. He nicely swears at him. Yes. Abuses him and gets him out of there. He says, come on, you are not retiring timely. So in Shastras also you will see that all those who retired timely are glorified. They are glorious grihasthas. Yes, who have graduated at the Vanachari ashram. Correct. So in practical sense, now what do we do? Oh, increase your field of act. Renunciation means what? To broaden the field of one's activities, Krishna conscious activities. That's what Prabhupada defines as renunciation in teachings of Queen Kunti. So it is gradually one should increase one's Krishna activities and reduce one's Maya activities as the age progresses. That is what is to be done. Otherwise, if one is still there, then this holds true. It is nothing but muddy reservoir. That is what, or dark well, because one is not coming out. So a person asked His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj. Yeah, so before you go ahead, I have thought of informing this. Maharaj, is it okay to continue in the Grihastha ashram in the life and not take to Vanaprastha ashram? Maharaj just said one thing, why would you? And everyone was shocked. And this is what Maharaj said. I'm just repeating Maharaj's words. So Maharaj said, suppose a person is imprisoned in the jail for 25 years. And then the criminal will not go and ask, come on, please allow me to continue to stay in this, in the jail. I would like to continue my stay in the prison. No, the person wants to be free. So similarly, once one's household responsibilities are done, no matter where you stay, increase your spiritual activity, increase your going to temple, increase your services in temple. Just hand over the household responsibility to the next generation. You run the home and let us focus more on Krishna conscious life. So that is the idea. Next. Kalindyam vidivat snatva kritva krita punya jalakriyah maunena samyata prano brahmaputra avandata. Yes. Somebody can read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Divine Grace is Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The king bathed in the water of the Yamuna, and according to prescribed duties, he offered oblations of water to the forefathers and demigods. Very gravely, controlling his senses and mind, he then offered his respects and obeisances to the sons of Lord Brahma, Angira and Narada. Hare Krishna.
Yes, both are Brahmaputras. Kalinyam, Vidivat Snatva. As per rules, and there, can you imagine? There are particular rules to take bath also. There are many rules and regulations for that. Vidivat. So how to take part in the river, how to exactly do Achman. That's the first thing we do when you enter a holy place. In the holy place, you first thing one has to do, it's mentioned in the holy place, for Prabhuji at least, we can say, is that one should do, one should first give up the hair, shave up, and keep shikha. The Prabhuji it is said. That is the first thing you have to do. And then do Achman, take bath in the river. And after we come off from the river, then come to the Dham Palak. Yes, we go to the Dham Palaka Shiva and we could go for the screening test. And post that, then we go for, what I'll do is I'll mute all of you. Yes, and I'll give you unmute rights in the end, the right time. Correct? So coming back, so they take blessings of the Dham Palak, then visit the Harishetra and do Bhajan Kirtan there. In fact, when you enter the Harishetra, we should fast also. We should be fasting. We should not be feasting. Which means we should increase your austerity. So there are so many rules and regulations which we don't know. That's what we are trying to say. But we can know all these things when we read Prabhupada books very nicely. Krita Punya Jalakriya. So the Jalakriya offering, this is a very important ceremony. If you even read the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when the chapter of Ashwatthama is closed, then the women go ahead, right? The women go ahead for offering the water to the forefathers and demigods. This is a ceremony which is performed. Yes, especially when there's a death that occurs in the family, right? So they offer the waters, and after the water is offered, the women go ahead, then the men follow. So that prakriya is mentioned, correct? And then maunena samyata pranaha. Now these are the two very, very important qualities one needs to have, especially when we are practicing spiritual life. Yes, practicing spiritual life. We should ensure that this is very important. In one sense, it may not be directly connected to Krishna consciousness. What is chanting Hare Krishna? But no, this is also equally important. These are limbs of jnana, but they're important for a sadhaka. One should do that. What is the first one? Maunena. What is mauna? Mauna is gravity. Prabhupada translates mauna as gravity. Once there was a sadhu baba in the Himalayas. The Himalayan sadhu with a beard. If you want to hear the Himalayan sadhu with a beard story, you need to turn on your videos. This is my opportunity. Yes, you turn on your videos, I'm going to tell you the story. Good, good. At least 2-3 more. I'll feel very encouraged. 2-3 more. All right, thank you. Thank you. So this Baba has not spoken for the last 30 years. And the announcer comes. The Baba's chamcha, chela. What do you call it? His sidekick. That's the latest lingo for such kind of people. The sidekick of the Baba. He would come. And he would say, this Baba is so pure. He's so very advanced. He has not opened his mouth for the last 30 years. He has been silent. And anytime he wants to ask something, he would write it on his slate and chalk. He would have a chalk and he would say, Chai chahiye. I want some tea. He would write it and people will go and get him tea. That's what he would write. So that is not mauna. Prabhupada condemns such kind of mauna. So mauna means we don't indulge in any kind of nonsense. That is mauna. Stop frivolous activities. Not just speech. We don't do prajalpa. We don't do useless talks. We don't indulge in useless arguments. We don't indulge in criticizing devotees. We don't indulge in blaspheming anybody. That is the real mauna. Mauna also means we have put full stop to all frivolous activities. No more cricket, no World Cup, no IPL, no FIFA, no more Netflix, no web series, no YouTube shorts. That is mauna. So to the degree we are following this mauna principle, to that degree we'll be able to advance in bhakti very nicely. So This was a qualification. So as soon as he is taken, now in one sense he took shelter of Guru. He's taken initiation. At least after initiation, one should stop nonsense. In fact, in ISKCON, there's a prerogative you should stop nonsense before initiation. I've seen His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj being very strict. He personally takes the interviews. And I've seen some people, Maharaj, just looking eye to eye and telling His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, telling the person you're still watching TV, get lost. First quit watching TV and then come for initiation. How did Maharaj know it? Oh, great souls know everything. They know everything. Right? Maunena. So that is the gravity that we need to cultivate. And samyata pranaha. Samyata pranaha means to have complete control over one's mind and senses. Pranavayus are under control. That is samyata pranaha. So mind control, sense control, what is the meaning? What exactly should one do? Just 1 minute. That's a message. Fine. Sorry. Yeah. So the samyata prana is a quality wherein a person is only using one's mental energy and sensual energy in service to Krishna and Guru. That is samyata prana. That's the only way we can conquer mind and senses. One cannot conquer mind and senses by shutting off. That's what Gyanis do. They try to shut off the mind and senses. But that is not the way, that is not the bhakti vidhi. The process of bhakti is one should engage. Yes. How do we engage senses? There are so many services. All you have to go and do is one bold activity we have to do. What is that? The bold activity is go to the temple president, Seva authority, ask for service. Please give service. Finished. The rest is history. Yes, they will indulge you in so many services. There is no dearth of services. Yes, Gundicha Marjan is coming. Oh, we can engage you 24 hours in the cleansing of the temple. And what about mental activity? How do we have this mental activity, mental services? Oh, you want mental services? There are 3 tips I can give you. Number 1, take up some managerial department. That will occupy your mind. Number 2, take up preaching. Yes, take up some preaching service. Your mind will always be active. Oh, what should I speak? Which kirtan should I sing? How exactly? My audience are all sleeping in my class. Or the audience are all not turning on my video. What are different innovative ways I should invent? So force these people. Or let me go and hijack the Zoom. And in Zoom, that video switch off option only should not come. Something like that we can do. That's, just that way your mind is engaged. Right? And thirdly, you can mentor devotees. So I call it PCM of Krishna consciousness. Those of you who have been science students, especially in India, you know that PCM, physics, chemistry, maths, they don't leave you. These 3 subjects. So I call it PCM of ISKCON. What is PCM of ISKCON? Preaching, managing, counseling. These 3 things will wonderfully engage your mind. And to engage your senses, be a sevak. Be under some authority and they will, whatever they tell, just do it. So that way you become samyata prana. These are very 2 important qualities one has to cultivate in order to remain in Krishna consciousness. Especially in Grihastha Ashram, it's very important that we take this engagement also. Yeah. I've seen His Grace Radhesham Prabhuji very beautifully guiding the Grihasthas. He says that first 3, there's a tripod. Grihastha life is like a tripod. You have to balance your job, your family, and your sadhana. So once you are having this tripod very stable, you have a stable tripod and you can keep something above it. Correct? So after this stabilizing this tripod, then over now you balance this very nicely, then you take up some seva. Then your senses will be engaged. Yeah, sadhana is something which will purify your process. Sadhana is like what? Sadhana is like medicine. But seva is like diet. A person cannot just survive on medicine, right? One needs a diet also. Correct? So the seva is like the diet. And then one is able to do some committed, consistent seva in the temple, then take it up to the next level. Then you can start some preaching program. Take up some managerial department. If you are having managerial bent of mind, oh, Prabhuji, preaching, etc. is not possible. We cannot give classes. We don't know kirtan. Okay, no problem. You take up some department in temple. You can take up some seva department and grow. Otherwise, take up some preaching department. Okay, preaching, management, going on very well. Oh, now you can go next. You can mentor people. You can counsel. You can grow people in Krishna consciousness. So that way we have to keep switching the next gear. It's very important to switch the gears. Next. Ata tasmai prapannaya bhaktaya prayatatmane bhagavan narada prito vidyam uvachaha.
Therefore, being very much pleased with Chitraketu, who was self-controlled devotee and surrendered soul, Narada, the most powerful sage, spoke to him the following transcendental instructions.
Yes, yes. Everybody wants to receive instruction. People go, they want to go, Prabhu, any instruction for us. But before receiving instruction, there has to be a qualification. Guru will not give away, instructions are not so cheap. Instructions are not very cheaply given to everybody, especially the specific instruction. These are the two qualifications required: self-controlled devotee and surrendered soul. And even if you see Narada, he also had the same quality. When in the previous life, the Narada boy, when he met the Bhakti Vedantas, yes, he had these four qualities: Dante, Akrita Kridanake, Anuvartani, Alpa Bhashini. These four qualities one had, Narada had. Right? Dante, he was sense controlled. Adrita Kridanake, he was not indulging in frivolous activities. No Netflix, no PUBG, no Sabji, and all that. Fine. Okay, you can eat Sabji, but no PUBG. And no frivolous games. The third thing is Alpa Bhashini. He would talk only when required. That's also one gravity. And fourth one was Anuvartini, surrendered. He would execute, he was obedient to whatever is told. So this similar quality, Narada also saw, oh, my disciple also has the same qualities. Very nice. So self-control and surrender. When this is there, we receive instructions. Otherwise, we don't receive. So once what happened was, one of the disciples, one of my god brothers, he had gone to my spiritual master after Diksha. He said, Maharaj, please give me some instructions. Maharaj said, yes, sure. Please come for tomorrow's Srimad Bhagavatam class. You will get a lot of instructions. So that way we have a lot of instructions we get in the Srimad Bhagavatam class. So Srimad Bhagavatam is full of instruction. What does Srimad Bhagavatam have? Srimad Bhagavatam, I say, has three things, three eyes. The first eye is Srimad Bhagavatam has the right inquiries. Yeah? What is the right inquiry? What type of questions should come in our mind? Inquiries. The second thing Srimad Bhagavatam has is the inspiration. Anytime we say, Prabhuji, I'm not feeling like chanting. Prabhuji, I feel very low. Just open Srimad Bhagavatam and you'll get tremendous inspiration. Or you come for a Srimad Bhagavatam class, you get first class inspiration. And then the third eye is full of instructions. Srimad Bhagavatam has plenty of instructions that we can take and apply as per our level of Krishna consciousness, as per our stage. We can definitely apply. So we receive instructions only when we have qualification. Okay. So now, what is the instruction that is going to be given? Yes. What is the instruction? Any guesses? What is the most important instruction spiritual master has given? Who can say? Oh, this is a question I'm asking to all of you. I need to keep asking questions just to ensure my audience is awake, alert, and alive.
Prabhuji, spiritual master has told that we have to follow the 4 regulative principles and chant and do the devotional practice.
First chanting, then 4 regulative principles. So that is the most important instruction spiritual master has given, to chant the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. For all of us, the Maha Mantra is so easy. Very easy, right? No, Prabhu, easy mantra also very difficult. That's what is Kali Yuga. Even easy things become so difficult for all of us. Kali Yuga soul. Kali Yuga soul. How bad, how pathetic. These just are 3 words. Hare, Krishna and Ram. And even if you have pronunciation mistake, no problem. See, Hare, Krishna and Ram, what is common in these 3? The common letter is Ra. Ra is very common. Hare, Krishna, Rama. Ra is common. And in Chinese, you don't have Ra. So how do they chant? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Lam, Lam Lam, Hare Hare. That's how they chant. The Chinese, they don't have Ra in the dictionary. But still, Mahaprabhu is so merciful. Mahaprabhu is so merciful, even if your pronunciation mistake, he will accept your Mahamantra. Your Mahamantra is accepted and you get mercy. But in those days, the previous 3 yugas is very strict. The chanting of mantra is very strict. And you see how complicated is the mantra. Om Namastubhyam Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhimai Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya Namasankarshanaya Cha Namo Vijnaya Matraya Paramananda Murtaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Nivritta Dvaita Drishtaye. Hare Krishna. Chant. How many of you ready? 16 rounds to chant this mantra? 16 rounds, 108 times and 16 rounds. This is a mantra. But Chitraketu is getting. So when I saw this mantra, I was very grateful to Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we have got such easy mantra. So instruction. What is the instruction? Chanting. This is the instruction that he has given. Somebody translation? I'll give the raise of hand. Whoever is interested to read can read. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Kalpakavali Mataji. Yes, please read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Is it okay if I...
Yes. Please read.
Translation. Narada gave Chitraketu the following mantra. O Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, who are addressed by the Omkara, Pranava, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. O Lord Vasudeva, I meditate upon you. O Lord Pradyumna, Lord Aniruddha, and Lord Sankarshana, I offer you my respectful obeisances. O reservoir of spiritual potency, O supreme bliss, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are self-sufficient and most peaceful. O ultimate truth, one without second, you are realized as a Brahmana, as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan, and are therefore the reservoir of all knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
If you want, you can memorize this shloka. No problem. Yeah, no problem. If you want, you can take. I'm getting a lot of wonderful questions on DM and the chat. Please do not worry. I'll take my time and I'll answer you. Don't worry. But let us complete. Completing this purport is very important. Srila Prabhupada purport is everything. So please allow me to complete. I'll answer each and every question. I request people to please stay back. Okay. So this is the this is the mantra that is offered to Chitraketu. If you want, you can memorize it. There's no problem. You can memorize this mantra. If you want, you can chant, but it's not required because Hare Krishna Mahamantra contains all the mantras. Congratulations. Yeah. Once more we'll say Om Namastubhyam Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhimai Pradyumnaya Niruddhaya Namasankarshanaya Cha Namo Vijnaya Matraya Paramananda Murtaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Nivritta Dvaita Drishtaye. My Lord. 16 rounds. 108. How many of you can chant this 108 times? 16 rounds. So our Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so easy. So let's start valuing it. Let's start respecting it. Let's start chanting it with one's full, absorbing one's mind. Let's try to do that. It's easy. Correct? Okay. So now here Srila Prabhupada has given a very wonderful purport. We'll read purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Pranavas Sarva Vedeshu, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. In transcendental knowledge, the Lord is addressed as Pranava, Omkara, which is a symbolic representative of the Lord in sound, Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudeva, who is an expansion of Narayana, expands himself as Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Sankarshan. And from Sankarshan comes a second Narayana expansion. And from this Narayana comes further expansion of Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. The Sankarshan in this group is the original cause of the three Purushas, namely the Karanadakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Kshirodakshay Vishnu is situated in every universe in a specific planet called Shweta Dvipa. This is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita. Andantarastha. The word Anda means this universe, and within this universe is a planet called Shvetadvip, where Kshirodakshay Vishnu is situated, and from him come all the incarnations within this universe. Well, we know about this. I studied. So two things are defined here. Om and Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. They are called Chaturvyuha. But this Chaturvyuha come from whom? This Chaturvyuha come from Balram. Where does Balram come from? From Krishna. So Krishna and Ram, we are addressing both. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra is directly addressing the source. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. One may ask, Prabhu, where is Om? Even Om is spiritual. You know what is Om? In one of the purports, Prabhupada writes, A means Narayana, U means Lakshmi, and Ma means the Narayana, Lakshmi combined together, and it's also known as Jivatmas. The Jivatmas also represent Ma. So some total energy of Lord is contained within Om. It's called Akshara Brahma. So you can call it in modern lingo, we can call it the logo of Lord. If you want Krishna's logo somewhere, now nowadays company, they have name, right? Company name, there are company brands. So company name is Krishna Company, Radha Krishna Company. Company brands, oh, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, they're all different brand names under this. But what is one representation? We want to represent the company, Omkara. Omkara is the logo. Yes, is a logo of the Lord. So through this logo, we can definitely, so Omkara, that's to represent the sum total energy of Krishna. So we are chanting Hare. What is Hare? Hare, the sum total spiritual energy of Krishna. Hare Krishna. So in one sense, we are not missing out on anything by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Since we chant Krishna, everyone else is contained within Krishna. We chant Rama, the Supreme Lord who is supremely pleasurable, is also contained in that. So everything is there in Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Correct? So we are addressing everybody. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Anirudh, Pradyumna, and Om. All are addressed. As confirmed with the Brahma Samhita, all these forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are called Advaita. Advaita, Achyuta, Anadi, Mananta Rupam. Non-different. And they are also called as Achyuta, infallible. They do not fall down like conditioned souls. The ordinary living entity is prone to falling into the clutches of Maya, but the Supreme Lord is, in his different incarnations and forms, is Achyuta, infallible. Therefore, his body is different from his material body possessed by the conditioned soul. Okay. Yeah. So here, if you see, all these personalities, yeah, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh, their spiritual nature is spoken. And same thing even Krishna says in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Ajopisan Avya Atma Bhutanam Vishwaropisan Prakritistvama Abhishtaya Sambhavami Atma Maya. Your body and my body are different. Your body is product of Mahamaya. My body is product of Yoga Maya. You are appearing in this world because of karma. I am appearing in this world because of Leela. Yes. And this is your existence. Material existence is also temporary. You are covered by this temporary material body, which is perishable, but I am Achyuta. I am infallible. I never come under the clutches of Maya. So this is described. Okay. Matra. The word Matra is explained in the Medini dictionary as follows. Matra Karna Vibhushayam Vitte Mane Parichadde. The word Matra, in its different imports, is used to indicate the decoration of the ear, position, respect, and the position of a covering. Right? So what is Matra as per Bhagavad Gita? Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkadaha Agama Paino Anitya Stampi Dikshasva Bharata. Yes. So what is Matra? So if you see here, Matra. Matra Sparsha. Sparsha is touch. Yes, Matra Sparsha is sensory perception. That's what is defined by Prabhupada. So here also, the word Matra is the sensual perception, senses. Matra, Karna is ears. Vibhushayam. Yes. Vitte Mane. Mane is respect. Parichadde is covering. And Vibhushayam Vitte is respect. So Matra can indicate all these things. So here the Supreme Lord is called as Matraya. Matraya. So moment he is called as Matraya, Prabhupada says Matraya means a personality who is full of knowledge. So this Matraya is being described by Prabhupada right now. Okay. Where are we? In the conditioned state of life, the body is used as our dress, and as one needs different dresses during the summer and winter, we conditioned souls are changing bodies according to our desires. However, because the body of the Supreme Lord is full of knowledge, it has no covering. The idea that Krishna's body is like ours, in other words, that his body and soul are different, is a misunderstanding. There are no such differences for Krishna because his body is full of knowledge. Here we receive material bodies because of lack of knowledge. But because Krishna, Vasudeva, is full of knowledge, there is no difference between his body and his soul. Krishna remembers what he said 40 million years ago to Sun God, but an ordinary being cannot remember what he said day before yesterday. This is the difference between Krishna's body and our body. Therefore, the Lord is addressed Vijnana Matraya Paramananda Murtaye Hare Krishna. This is very true. This is what Krishna also tells. For what does Krishna says? Imam vivasvate yogam proktamanaham avyayam vivasvan mana viprava manurikshvaka vibravit. Hare Krishna. So that's what Lord Krishna says. That I spoke this knowledge to Sun God. And Arjuna is clueless. He says, Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah katam etad vijaniyam tvarmadau proktavaniti. Hey Krishna, we both are equals. Surya Bhagavan is senior devotee. How come you are saying that you told this knowledge to Surya Bhagavan? I am not able to understand. How can I understand? And that's when Krishna says, Bahuni me vatitani janmani tavacharjuna. You and I have spent a lot of births together. But vettaham sarvani natvam veta parantapa. You do not know. You do not know. You are not able to remember, but I can remember everything. Right? Because Krishna is in full knowledge. On the other hand, Arjuna is a pure associate of Lord. But even his knowledge is covered by Yogmaya. And we conditioned soul, we cannot even remember what we did yesterday. Correct? What we did yesterday, full day, please remember. You leave that. There are some memory expert teachers. They tell that if you want a photographic memory, you want a fine memory, what you should do in night time, when you go to bed, remember all the activities that you've done from morning. Yes, and it becomes very difficult for us. So you see, we don't know what we did from morning. We forgot everything. Whatever has been done since morning, we forgot everything. That's our nature, to forget. We are very forgetful living entities. And actually this forgetfulness is a gift of Krishna. It's a gift of Krishna. Why? Because in the past life, in the previous life, we would have performed so many ghastly activities, we will be guilty. Or we would have got a very painful death, separating us from our beloved loved ones. Such a pain. So what is Krishna doing in one sense? Is Krishna is cutting off all that so that the Jivatma doesn't feel that pain. He can start afresh. And that is the reason we are made as forgetful living entities. So that we can begin, okay, fine, forget what all nonsense you have done, start afresh. I'll just complete the 2 paragraphs and then we'll have question answers. Because the Lord's body is full of knowledge, he always enjoys transcendental bliss, Satchidananda. He is the very form of Paramananda. This is confirmed in the Vedanta Sutra, Anandamayo Abhyasat. By nature, the Lord is Anandamaya. Whenever we see Krishna, he is full of Ananda in all circumstances. No one can make him morose. Atma Ramaya. He does not need to search for external enjoyment. Because he is self-sufficient, Shantaya, he has no anxiety. One who is to seek pleasure from other sources is always full of anxiety. Karmis, Jnanis and Yogis are full of anxiety because they want something. But a devotee does not want anything. He simply is satisfied in the service of Krishna, who is fully blissful. What is the shloka? Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Shakaleya Shanta Krishna Bhakta Nishkama Atayeva Shanta. Yes. So in one sense, everybody wants something. But we can desire for one thing. What is that? One thing is allowed. What kind of desire is allowed for us? The desire which is allowed for us is service, the seva, the desire. This is something which is allowed. Yes, this is allowed for us. And anybody who is situated in service is peaceful. We want something else, will not be peaceful. Even in service, we can have ulterior motives. Can you all tell what all ulterior motives we can have in service? Oh, I want to be the head of department. Only if I make me head of department, I'll serve. Or you make me, you praise me, only then I'll serve. Praises, we want praises, especially from great devotees. Guru Maharaj should give me some gift. Puja, La Pratishtha. Everyone should click my photo and put in all groups. They should make an Insta reel on me. They should put my photo as a thumbnail in YouTube. What is this? Puja, Labh, Pratishtha. See, we are aspiring for this, we will not get. We then also will be Ashanta. Because these are all tendencies of karmis, jnanis and yogis while being a devotee. So even while serving as a bhakta in association of devotees for Bhagavan's pleasure, we can have jnani, yogi and karmi tendencies. These tendencies can come. So till the time these karmi, jnani and yogi tendencies don't go away, we cannot be Shanta. Krishna is Shanta Murtaye. He doesn't have any desires. So similarly, devotee has one desire. What is that? Yes. The desires are to simply please. Please Krishna. Please Guru. And through service. That's all. He doesn't want anything else. Doesn't want any name, fame, glory, nothing else. Then Atma Ramaya. Atma Ramaya, one may say, oh, Krishna is enjoying with gopis. How is he Atma Rama? Atma Rama is you should find enjoyment within. No. Gopis are also Krishna's energies only. They're Krishna's expansion. So he is not enjoying from anybody separate. Correct? Okay. Then what is Anandamaya? Oh, our sharir is Kevala Kleshada. For example, just see this. What is this? Little finger. How can this little finger give you pleasure? When we, of course, you're not supposed to do it, it's muchi, but you go and put it in your ears. Nice pleasure we get. Yes, by digging the ears. Of course, after becoming Vaishnavas, we don't, it's muchi. That we don't put our finger anywhere, any of the holes. If you do it, immediately we should wash hands. We are taught all these Vaishnava etiquettes. Correct? Because you have to serve the Lord. There's a hand to serve Lord. Don't do all this nonsense. We do wash the hands immediately. But in how many ways can this finger give you pain? Imagine this finger goes behind the door and somebody closes the door. Top! It will bleed. Or you take a nail cutter and little bit, how many times it has happened you overcut your nail? Instead of cutting, it has gone little inside. It's paining. It pains like anything. You cut little deeper. Correct? Or while taking prasad, you accidentally bite your own finger. You bit it. No, what happened? Or you kept your finger somewhere and some devotee accidentally put some, board on top of that. Again, so how many ways of getting pain? Only limited ways of getting pleasure. Similarly, every body, our body is kleshada because maximum it gives you pain. Very minimal pleasure you get. Pleasure is minimal. Pain is so much. Last paragraph. And then we'll open for question answers if time permits. Nivrittadvaita drishtaye. In our conditioned life, our bodies have different parts. But although Krishna apparently has different bodily parts, no part of his body is different from any other part. Krishna can see with his eyes and Krishna can see without his eyes. Therefore, in the Shveteshvatara Upanishad, it is said, Pashyati ashakshusaha. He can see with his hands and his legs and does not need a particular body part to perform any particular action. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti. We say that. No? Every day we sing this though, in the Shringar Darshan. He can do anything he desires with any part of his body and therefore is called Almighty. Almighty. Nivritta Dvaita Drishtaye. So when we offer bhoga to Krishna, Krishna doesn't need mouth to eat. He can eat by simply glancing. He glances, throws his karunya kataksha, and he accepts it as well. So Raghunandan Thakur was convincing the small boy Raghunandan. Yes, Mukunda Sarkar's son. Mukunda Sarkar used to offer every day laddu to his deities. And one day he had to go out. So he told his son, he taught him how to offer. And Raghunandan Thakur was offering the bhoga. And he was telling the Lord, oh Lord, you're not eating. Why you're not eating? I think because I am offering, you're not eating. I started crying, you're not eating. My father didn't do, I did, that's why you're not eating. No, you don't like me. And Lord speaks, oh, this is the way I eat. I cast my glance and I can eat. I can eat with any sense. I don't need to put it in the mouth and eat like you. He said, no, I don't know all those stuff. No, you're supposed to eat. You're not eating my offering. And finally, the Lord eats the offering. Right? But as such, the Lord doesn't need any. His all senses can function as anything. That's the beauty. In fact, how does he impregnate his creation? Through his eyes. By casting his glance, he doesn't need the genitals to impregnate the creation. Just by just casting his glance upon this creation, he impregnates this creation. Saha aikshatah, saha asrijatah. Saha aikshata, just by seeing, saha asrijatah, he makes the material nature pregnant just by glancing upon the material creation. Correct? So that's the power of Krishna's potency. Hare Krishna, I'll very quickly take all the questions which are there on the chat because they're very tempting. Hare Krishna, if you permit. Anita Mati, I can make it very quick. I'll make it very fast.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yeah, you can go ahead with the questions, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Prabhu, what you meant by surrendering? Please refer to Bhagavad Gita 18.66, where the procedure for surrendering is mentioned in the purport by Srila Prabhupada when he quotes Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sharanagati. There are 6 limbs: Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjanam, Rakshishyati iti Vishwasho, Voptatte Varnam Tata, Atmanikshepa Karpanyo, Shadvida Sharanagati. Please read that. How can we rise above the mental game? Please enlighten. Good question. Will you say it is different from Srila Prabhupada's time? Oh, how do we rise above mental game? By accepting an authority. Till the time we don't accept one authority and as a mentor, counselor, and take guidance and follow the guidance, we will never ever rise above the mental platform. So accept an authority and follow the instructions, you'll go beyond the mental platform. It is known that we should offer each and everything to Krishna. Okay. But one who takes medicine, should it be offered to Krishna? Will Krishna accept it? Why not? But it's not needed. Not needed. In fact, you take medicine, as per the Ekadashi Mahatmya, you don't even break your vrata. Even Ekadashi vrata is not broken by taking medicines. You can take. Krishna is not sick. You need not offer medicine, but ideally everything. So in Prabhupada times, they used to offer dhoti kurta, sari, mridang, everything they used to offer to Krishna. One devotee offered boxing gloves to Krishna. Says, please take it. They asked, why? What happened? I'm a boxer. Whomever I beat tomorrow, they'll get Mahaprasad. Hare Krishna. So offer Mahaprasad. So that also they can offer. That is culture. You can offer, but medicine not required. Okay. Next question. Hare Krishna. I'm not willing to take part in my.
There is one more question from Vishnu Priya Mataji.
I'll take it. And how to get taste in chanting and how to convince the mind to chant. I used to chant 16 rounds, but now I find it difficult to chant even one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I'm a college student. Kindly enlighten. Yeah, this is a very, very delicate life. College life. Because sometimes study season is there, assignments are there, lab sessions are there, a project is there, internship is there, many things. So that is why in college life, it is very important to properly discuss your lifestyle, etc. with mentor. Very important. And staying in association as far as possible. So Prabhuji's, we have youth centers. Mataji's also there are centers coming up or going to temple. It is very important. Mentorship is important. Because through mentorship, how exactly to prioritize your lifestyle, your things in your life, that will be guided. That guidance is given at any phase of life. If you have proper guidance, you can chant 16 rounds. So all you need is a mentor, a coach, and proper guidance. If that is given, definitely you will be able to chant 16 rounds even today. But no problem. Now you've taken a beating. It's a setback. Grow slowly. Slowly. 1, now make it 2. Now every Ekadashi, today is Ekadashi. Every Ekadashi, try to increase your rounds and gradually grow. And whenever you don't get the inspiration to chant, listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, read Srimad Bhagavatam. By coming in contact with Bhagavatam, you will get energy to chant. Desires are initiated first and second, and service for Sri Guru and Parampara. That is my desire. Okay, you want first and second initiation. Very nice. All the best of Krishna's mercy. How to stay pure and have pure consciousness amidst bad association? It is not possible. You have to be Vibhishan or Prahlad. So spiritually strong. It is like telling, I want to give up drinking, but I'll not give up association of drunkards. That's foolishness. So one is saying, I want to quit smoking, but I'll not quit associating with smokers. And impossible. Asat Sanga Tyag Vaishnavachar. That is why I'm telling you, please accept a mentor. So asking me the same question again, I'm giving you the same reply. Please accept a mentor who will arrange a good peer association for you. Right? And That way you'll have a healthy, good association, good peer group, a good tribe, because we are social beings. We need that. At the same time, we can progress in bhakti. But amidst bad association, oh, very tough. Prabhuji, due to night duty, I'm not getting time on days. It's okay someday because no sleep all night, again and again work. How to handle the japa? Next day, 32, it's not possible for me, Aparadh. But I'm trying to japa every day. Okay, I can get your question, Prabhu. Best is switch another job. Best is to switch to another job. I'm telling you, try. I know right now the necessity is there for you to work in such a job. It's okay. You continue, but at the same time apply for another job which will give you the morning program time. You're able to do good morning program. You're able to wake up, chant in association of devotees, do Mangalarti, you're attending Bhagavatam. Yes. Okay. What is the meaning of Kanha? It's a nickname of Krishna. Kanha. Kanai, Balai, Kanu, Kanaya. These are nicknames. So nicknames don't have meanings. Right? Nicknames don't have meanings. They're emotions. They have solid emotions behind that. They may not have logic. Oh, as far as mentorship is concerned, well, I request you to, if you're so there's a question about mentorship. I mentor single Prabhus. Of course, I talk to devotees of all type, but single Prabhus is my mentorship. I only mentor them. And for Matajis and other married men, I connect to Grihasthas. And Matajis and ladies, I connect to Grihastha Matajis. However, if you're connected to the Bhakti Sangha Japa platform, then kindly contact the admin for mentorship. They must be having. You have mentorship plan, Shamgori Mataji? And best is local mentorship. Wherever local Kendra you are, you can have. And if you want to contact me, I can also give you a mentor. I can allot a mentor if you are not in the US zone or somewhere. You are in India, I can help. Okay. So they are scholars, so I be with them. Then take their scholarship. You have to know how to be an essence collector. A devotee should be Paramahamsa. You have to learn this quality. Take only their scholarship. Don't take the other material attributes. So for that, you have to be Saragrahi. Parikshit Maharaj was even able to take the Saragrahi. He was able to be Saragrahi even with the Kali Yuga. Anu Dveshti Kalim Samrat. Saranga iva Saraguk. Kushalani Ashu Siddhyanti. Na itarani kritani cha. So you take that part alone. And don't take other things. Okay. Just like, for example, sorry to give this example, but this is what Chanakya Pandit says. There is a diamond-studded gold ring. Diamond-studded gold ring. Now, it has fallen into a pit of garbage. Dirty, filthy garbage, which has all stool and all varieties of abominable substances. The ring is fallen. Diamond-studded golden ring. How many of you will take it? Please raise of hands if you're going to take it. A diamond-studded gold ring falls into a pit of stool. How many of you will take it?
Wearing gloves, we will take it, Prabhuji.
Yes, wear gloves, take it, sanitize it, wash it multiple times, put it in washing machine, put in surf, whatever, do everything. Purify it and after that, use it. Correct? Similar. This is how you have to deal with karmis. If the karmis have some good qualities, this is how we deal with them. Yeah. So what is the sanitization? Putting gloves is you're guarded. I will only associate with them as a matter of duty, not as a matter of preeti lakshanam. No preeti, only duty. Preeti lakshanam I'll do with devotees. Duty lakshanam with karmis. That's how we do. Okay, we would like to. I'm
Thank
done.
you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. That was really a very wonderful reply. I want to personally. They are sending some replies, Prabhuji. Please guide what is the qualification for preaching.
What's the qualification of preaching? I will show you words from Bhagavatam. 1 point. You can take it as homework because it's a very long session. That's why I will show you. You can read this purport. 1.1.6. Got it? Read this. This is the main. You will understand the qualifications. Okay. So here Suta Goswami. Why Suta Goswami was qualified? 6. Read this. Read 7th. and read 8th. These 3 things will clarify your answer. The qualification of a teacher.
Thank you so much.
Verse numbers again, Prabhuji. Verse numbers again.
1.1.678.
1.1678.
I shall type it. Prabhuji, there is one message from Xiaomi Redmi Note 9, Prabhuji. He's asking.
I have replied on DM.
Okay. There is one raise hand. Charan, do you have time, Prabhuji?
I'll take one. If you raise hands, we'll take.
Charana Lakshmi Mataji, please go ahead. Charana Lakshmi Mataji.
Please unmute them.
Mataji, you can unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Just want to know, Prabhuji, because since we before on the whole day we are in material things, sometimes we do offenses through speech, looking, and conversation, and also in actions. So before retiring into bed, is there any mantra to ask to pray to Lord Krishna for forgiveness what we have done?
Okay.
Krishna Prabhu.
Yes. The best way to seek forgiveness and get rid of the guilt and remorse is to directly approach the devotee or the person to whom we have spoken wrong things, inappropriate things. That is the best way. Approach that devotee only and ask for forgiveness.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Lord will be most pleased with that. Okay. Aparadha sahasrani kartavyam anu pratignyatava govinda. That is seva aparadha. If you are performing the seva aparadha, then there are those 6-7 mantras which you recite. It will be there in all temples, especially in the backup area, kitchen area. You go and recite those mantras. Aparadha mochan mantras. That you can recite. That's for seva aparadha. But Vaishnava aparadha, you are not supposed to. Imagine Vaishnava aparadha, somebody is committing and then he's coming and chanting this. No.
So Prabhuji, we have this Vishnu Sahasranam one mantra also, right? Kayana vacha manasindriyava. So that also we can chant, Prabhuji.
That Kayana vacha manasindriyava is begging, Lalasamai, begging for service for the mind, speech and one's body. One wants to engage only in Lord service. That's a plea of the Vaishnava. But especially when one has committed aparadh to Vaishnava, then one has to go and beg forgiveness from that Vaishnava.
Okay, so I think this will be the last question, Prabhuji. Swapna Mataji has raised hand.
Sure.
Mataji, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranamam, all grace to Srila Prabhu Maharaj. Prabhuji, my question was, if we commit aparadham in our, in the senses, in our thoughts, so how do we come out of it? If we commit aparadh to a person directly, we tell them sorry or apologize from them. But if we are doing from our, in senses, internally, we are thinking of something aparadham to the person. So how do we come out of that?
I didn't quite. Can you just repeat one line? Just one line.
Yeah, if we do aparadham in our thoughts about the other person.
Mental offenses? Yeah, mental offenses, best is mental will become vocal and physical eventually. So you have to be careful. Because mental, what does the mind do? The mind looks for the opportunity for the thoughts to materialize. And when there's an opportunity, it will become activity. That's why it's called mental activity also, right? So best is when we hear some negativity about some Vaishnava, best is to go and hear the glories of that Vaishnava. Hear the glories of that person. Find out some good qualities in that person. Let's spend that energy to find some glory. That way the glory should be so huge. There's a Akbar Birbal story. Akbar Birbal, king, minister, whatever. So I'll end with this. So the Akbar gives a puzzle to the ministers. He says that there's a line. That I've drawn a line. And what you have to do is you have to shorten this line without touching it. All the ministers are puzzled. How can we without touching shorten this line? So Birbal comes and draws a very big line. So if you draw a big line, this line automatically becomes shortened. So similarly, we have to increase the glory of the Vaishnava in our heart so much that this becomes insignificant and negligible. The fault. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. But do we need to tell them, I'm sorry, like, no, not
For mental offenses, no, not required.
Okay, thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you all very much. And again, begging forgiveness for a very spontaneous class. I was thinking it's there tomorrow, but the class happened today only
okay,
when I could.
but we all enjoyed your class.
Oh, I could have prepared.
Thank you
Mindless.
so much.
I shouldn't do that. Bhagavatam should require a lot of contemplation and deliberation.
You are always prepared, Prabhuji.
You please bless.
You don't need
We want
homework,
blessings of all of you.
So nice class. So last one which you answered was
You are a warrior, you know. Whenever there is a fight.
I'm a wounded warrior. I need help from all of you.
Prabhuji, your class today is very nice, Prabhuji. Very, very nice. Always it's nice. Today it's even more nice.
Today
and before
nice.
Also one time you did unprepared class. Even that class was like that.
My lord, I get
very nice.
My assistant gets call from Shamagori Mataji. Danger. It's dangerous. Directly he'll run and hand over to me. Prabhuji, kuch karo bolke. Do something.
Spontaneous is better.
Oh, thank you, Dirgovind Prabhu. But it's not good for my consciousness. Because Bhagavatam, you should prepare. Only prepare.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So with your
how to?
Hare Krishna.
प्रभुजी आपसे डायरेक्ट मैसेज करने के लिए बोला ना, लेकिन मैं कैसे
उसको
मैसेज
वो नंबर को करिए. You contact that. वो नंबर है, वो हमारा मीटिंग अरेंज करेंगे. Thank you.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Somebody is saying something. I interrupted Vinita Mataji or Shamagori Mataji.
No, nothing, Prabhuji. We were saying just to end the call. Just.
Sure. Please.
Do the Vaishnava pranams. Hare Krishna. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming on the call and giving such a spontaneous class. So we all really enjoyed it. The question and answer session was really amazing. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and your association even in future also. And hopefully it will be, if it is spontaneous also, it is good. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. We end the
Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji ki jai.